morning, everyone. I'm starting just a couple of minutes early, making sure I can see all of my body, see my fingertips, pretty much. Hi, Celine. Hi. There's like a few people that aren't the local Cara Daniel people, and I'm glad to see you. This has been a weird positive effect of the confinement. So it's always, what we've got. So this is my living room. My computer is just sitting on a stool on the coffee table in the kitchen door so that you can see all of me. I've put those up so hopefully you see me a little better. And there's sunshine outside, which is still beautiful. And I'm really happy to meet you live here, and we get to spend this time together and breathe and, share that energy that we have. We're going to try and grow a lot of positive thoughts in the practice. Really let go of everything else that's happening. And I know some of you are at home, and there might be a lot of people in your homes. Hopefully you've got a quiet corner. Or even if you don't, maybe just for that hour, ignore everything that happens outside. It's really good exercise to focus internally on your breath, on your own strength, on what you can do to make yourself better, knowing that if you're better, then you'll also be better for others. I hope the connection works fine. I did a live class last night and it wasn't all that good. I think in the morning it might be better. I'm going to try and not be too fast because there's a lot of different people online. So you all have to look after yourselves. Some of you know the sequences, so you might not even have to look at the screen and you just know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, just try and mind yourself. So you're here to feel better, not to hurt yourself in any way. If anything doesn't feel right in your body, skip it. And it's even easier because no one else is looking at you. And if you're skipping it, don't get frustrated. Just find a place where you're standing or sitting and just take whatever pose that you're not doing. Take that aside and come back to yourself, focus on your breath, lengthen your spine wherever you are, and enjoy your practice. Enjoy the fact that you know yourself good enough to skip what you need to skip. And if you're not skipping anything, also enjoy it. So we're going to come to the front of the mats. Bring your feet together. If this doesn't work for you, you can keep your feet under your hips, whichever it is. Just start looking at feeling your feet. So you might, find what happens when you come on the feet, on the toes, what happens when you come on the heels. If it's really awkward balance-wise, do it one foot at a time. And just bring some movement everywhere in your body. And just bring your attention, your awareness into your body so that everything else that's around us, that's happening, doesn't matter right now. So feeling your feet and then feeling your knees. And start noticing how when you move one part of your body, it also changes other things in the rest of your body. So when you move your knees, maybe two at a time, maybe one at a time, it impacts your hips, it impacts your ankles, the weight under your feet. If you're gonna push your hips back, push your hips forward, a little easier with your knees soft. Try and not lock anything in your practice. So everything's got to be fluid. And if you can't stay steady, just, find a good place for yourself. Feel the breath in your body. So draw your hands to your lower belly. Legs are soft. You're connected to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. If it's easier for you to breathe out through the mouth, do so. Try and breathe into the nose unless it's blocked. Now, if you can breathe out through the nose, then do that too. Notice how your body changes as you breathe, how you become taller, bigger as you breathe in, smaller as you breathe out. Notice the empty space that's in your body, that's there to fill up with air. Notice your shoulders. Maybe give your wrists some circles, one way, the other. Notice what happens when you move the wrist, move the elbows, circle the shoulders, one way, the other way. And then gently turn your head from side to side, trying to keep the rest of your body still. And if it feels good, let the head come down, maybe come up, gentle with the neck. And hopefully those few initial movements help you identify what part of your body you're carrying tension in. And so we can bring our hands together in front of our heart. See if you can relax your shoulders. Let your thumbs rest on your chest bone. Look down at the tip of your middle finger and take a breath here. Set your intention to practice with kindness and to spend this hour looking after yourself, knowing that this isn't selfish. You're doing this to be able to be better for yourself and for others. And if you need to bring anything else into your practice, any personal intention, do this now. On an exhale, going to bring your hands down, and we're going to inhale, bring the hands up, stretch all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands back down. And inhale, turn the palms up, reach up. Exhale, palms down, bring it down. Inhale up. Making the movement last with your breath. And just as you inhale, fill yourself with the joy of thinking that all of us in our respective rooms are moving together. Feel that energy moving. Inhaling, gathering what you need. Exhaling, pushing it back down into the earth. Follow the movement with your heads if it feels nice. Next inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, bring your head back to center. Open your feet a little wider. Maybe bring your elbows out, trying to really let your shoulders come down to the side. Let's hold your right wrist with your left hand. So wherever you are, maybe your elbows are bent here. Your knees are soft. You're not forcing any joints. Maybe your arm is straighter. Gonna inhale, lengthen up from the soles of the feet to your wrists, whatever that means for you. And exhale, stretch the side of the body. Inhale, come up to center, change your wrist. Exhale, come down to the side. Inhale to center and exhale to the side. And I'm just gonna switch just so that you see So as I'm exhaling to the center, I'm not really changing the plane of my body. Exhaling to the side and inhaling to center. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Let's open our legs and just take a moment to settle into your hips, into your knees. So you're gonna want to point your feet in the same direction as your knees. So wherever your thighs go, your feet are following the same line. From here, we're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, reach up, exhale, hands to your hips. Now let's inhale, only the arms out to the side. Exhale, down on your thighs. Inhale up. And the next exhale, we're going to stay down. So if you need to shuffle, shuffle. Don't feel like you have to be stuck. Try and find a place where you can be comfortable and steady, but don't worry so much about it. Now, let your hands come onto your thighs. See that you can keep your tailbone down. So you don't want your hips to move back and your back to arch. You're trying to keep your upper body right. And it is quite intense on the thighs. So, only go as far as you feel good. And if you need to come up with an inhale, you do that. Oh, breathe here. And inhale, come back to center. Let's exhale. Turn your feet so that they're parallel and they're pointing forward. We're going to inhale, bring the arms open. As we exhale, bring the left hand down onto our thighs. And inhale, reach the right hand up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, left hand up. And same idea as when we're doing the leg together, we're not moving the body back or forward, we're only going sideways. You're trying to keep your legs steady and your hips might move out to the side, but not that much. Inhaling the arm up, look at your top hand, that feels good on your neck. And as you exhale, draw that arm all the way back. Now if we feel comfortable, on the next one, we're going to stay here. We might bring both palms facing forward, trying to make a line with your arms, whatever that means. And you can rest your bottom hand on your leg. Don't bring any pressure into your knees. Extend the sides of your body. As you inhale, expand and smile. As you exhale, feel the power moving back into your core. Soften. One more breath on this side. And inhaling, come back to center. Exhaling, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Staying on this side. Noticing the difference between both sides of the body. Can you move your shoulders away from your neck? Can you look at the thumb of your left hand? Or if you can't, just keep facing your head up. As you inhale, reach both fingertips of both hands away from each other. As you exhale, feel your legs strongly connected into the ground. Draw the energy from the soles of your feet to the center of your hips. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your heels in, come into your little squat. Now we're going to extend the legs again and point the left foot out. Bring the right foot, the right heel back. So we're opening the hips. You're still trying to externally rotate your thighs both ways and keep your tailbone coming down. So you want to feel a strong connection between your legs and your hips, and then your upper body light above it. If you've got space, you can shuffle your feet apart. Try not to get that knee past the ankle. So if you want to come further down, then open the legs more. And if you're not, then that's okay too. Now we're going to breathe here. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee and maybe drawing the arms up. Breathe here, and on an inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back. Inhale to center. Exhale, down to the next side. And the right hand is reaching slightly forward, you're looking up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, back hand on back leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale here, expanding. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come back. Exhale, into this side. And inhale, come back. Now, let's breathe here and notice what happens in Warrior 3. So if you can keep your head right over the center of your hips and chest, you can look past your left hand. As you exhale, you might feel like your hips are coming a little closer to the ground. Also, your shoulders are moving down your back. As you inhale, really feel like you're expanding the rib cage, expanding through the arms. On the next exhale, turn your palms out to the side. Inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, pivot. Bring the back of your hand in front of your knee and the other hand up. So first, we're not so far down. We're looking for space on the lower side of the body as much as the top side of the body. Now, if we're comfortable in this position, we can exhale slowly, draw the elbow towards the knee, and inhale, lengthen the hand past the head. And you might change your gaze towards the direction of your hand or the ceiling. Find your breath here, find your balance. If your fingertips reach all the way onto the inside, that's fine. If not, just let the elbow rest onto the top of the knee. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, right hand on your right leg, back hand on your back head. And inhale, reach up. So really think about reaching up for the first few breaths, finding a lot of length from the bottom of your spine to the top of your spine. Your legs are strong and steady like the trunk of a tree, like the roots of a tree. And if it feels good, with every inhale, you might open that top hand a little back. And as you exhale, arch a little more if it feels good. If not, you stay upright. Let's inhale, Come back to center. And exhale, change your feet so that your feet are more towards the outside edge of your mat and your hips face the front of your mat. Now you might want to, take a shorter stance. Take a moment. Find how this is going to be comfortable for you. I'm just going to come to this side so I can still, I can't see you, but at least I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you. So still my left leg is forward, my right leg is back. I'm trying to face my hips to the front of my mat. I'm going to let my arms down by my side first. And I'm going to inhale, lengthen my spine and lengthen to the top of my head. Exhale, reach down with the fingertips and reach my thighs closer to the ground. So I'm using my arms to kind of find that vertical balance in my body. I don't want to lean forward or lean back. I want my upper body to be nice and straight. If I need to arrange my feet. If it's not comfortable on your back leg, you can always come up onto the toes and face the knee and the leg forward. You can also just drop the back knee, whichever works for you. And on an inhale, you're going to rise the arms up. Now, if this is really not comfortable on your shoulders, you can open your elbows out to the side as much as you want. Let's breathe here. Trying to straighten the arms, so the elbows, the wrists, and all of the fingers. Keep drawing your right hip forward, your left hip level with your right hip, and your spine nice and long. You can breathe here. If you need to adjust your legs, take a shorter step, or come out of it for a second, you can do that. If you're comfortable, you can bring your palms together, interlock your fingers, except for the thumb and the index fingers. And as we inhale, really lengthen the front of the body and reach the fingertips up, let your head go back. On an exhale, we're going to unlock the fingers, bring your hands down to the center, and inhale. I'm going to turn my chest towards you, so across my thigh, and I'm going to open my arms out this way. And then I'm going to exhale, bring my right hand onto my left knee. Now I can here lift my heel and maybe bring my back hand onto the center of my back and my front hand into my lower abdomen. Again, if it's a lot, drop the back knee. Try and find length. So inhaling, keep your hands steady on your hips and lengthen up from the hips. As you exhale, maybe draw the center of your heart a little more out to the side. And if you're comfortable here, and if your foot allows it, you can keep the back heel on the floor. Try and feel, use your hands, that the hips are still aligned. And then bring the right hand onto the left knee. And on an inhale, circle the left hand up. Exhale, bring it forward and maybe lean down towards the front leg. So keep trying to find length in your body. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Let's bring our feet back together. I'm going to come back to face you. And just take a moment. Feet underneath your hips, hands level with your body. Close your eyes. Every inhale, stand a little taller, feeling everything that's happening in your body. It's quite intense on the hips. Every exhale, soften everything that you can soften without, collapsing into your posture. So maybe you can soften the thighs muscles. Maybe you can lean your weight ever so slightly back, and you can relax your shoulders more. Now let's inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bring them back towards our heart. Soften your knees. Check that your feet are facing forward. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, bend your knees, push your hips back, open your arms out to the side. So you're in a mini squash. I'll do it this way. And your hands, if you've got space, your hands are out to the side. If you don't have space, I don't have on this side, you can open them a little more to the side. You're going to breathe here. Imagine you're holding something with your hands. So you keep pushing your hips back, engaging your core, lengthening your spine. And exhale, we're going to slowly lean forward. So we keep the legs really bent. We're going to bring the upper body onto the thighs and then rest the head. So if you need to shuffle your feet to find your balance, you do that. And then with every inhale, you're going to try and lengthen your body. So this is a really visible movement. It's more a feeling, where you feel the breath moving all the way along your spine and lengthening it. As you exhale, you're just going to really release the hips, release the back of your legs. And let your upper body weight lengthen your spine from the hips down to the crown of the head. On an inhale, look forward, bring your hands onto your thighs if you need, or keep the fingertips on the floor, wherever you need to get your back straight. And then on an exhale, wherever you are, see if we can lower the hips and come into a little squat. Now, if your legs are screaming at this stage, feel free to come back to standing and shake them out. If you're comfortable into your little squat, you might not have your heels on the ground. Wherever you are, try and, again, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your body, closer to your thighs. And maybe playing with the balance a little bit. Use your breath to try and loosen everything that's screaming at you. And take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your fingertips forward and push your hips back and unfold from your little squat so you come back into the forward bench. And then inhale, lift your upper body so that you're straight up. Try and bring your arms straight back into the shoulders. Exhale here, maybe shifting the weight back a little bit. Inhale, reverse movement. Rise your arms up. Breathe into that semi-chair pose. Exhale here and soften. Inhale, reach up. And bring your hands down. Now we're going to do that warrior sequence on the other side. So I'm going to move towards the back of my mat so I can still see you. So we want this time to have the right leg forward. Or if you didn't do the left leg before, whatever other leg. So again, my thighs are quite open, so I'm trying to rotate my thigh bone externally. I want the back foot to be like heel a little further away from me than the toes. And front foot facing the same angle as the thigh. And then finding whatever space works for you. So you might be up here, or you might take a deeper step. You don't want your knee to be past your ankle, and you want your hips to face the long side of your mat, and your spine to feel nice and relaxed. So if your hips are really tight, you're not going to be really far. Just find what works for you. Now we're going to inhale the arms open. Take a breath here. On the exhale, we bring the back of the hand inside the knee, reach up. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale here in warrior two. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale to center. Inhale into your warrior two. Exhale, front hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale to warrior two. If we can look forward, we do. Inhale here. Exhale, back hand down. Inhale, top hand up. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, straight into that lunge. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale here. Inhale. So see if you can find a flow. You're exhaling to center and inhaling, finding the length on the side of the body that you're raising the hand up. When you're inhaling, you're looking at the top hand. When you're exhaling, you're looking back to center. I'm going to come back to warrior two. Adjust your leg, adjust your stance. If it was too wide, make it shorter. If you want to make it longer, then you do that. Breathe into your warrior two. Check that your nose would come straight towards the center line of your body and your legs are strong underneath you. Keep this, lengthen the back of your neck and just pivot your head to look past your front hand. Sink your hips and lengthen your spine away from the hips, which means not arching the lower back too much. In the next exhale, I'm going to bring, so either the outside, of the back, the front hand on the inside of your knee, or holding the front of the thigh. Don't hold the kneecap, knees are quite fragile, so hold right in front, or just bring your hand on the inside. And then inhale, really reach up with the top hand. And on the next exhale, you can slide the elbow over the top of the thigh, or keeping the hands on the inner leg. And then inhaling, lengthening the top hand on the same line as your body. Breathing deeply here. If the fingertips reach the floor, then they might. or the elbow can stay here. Try to not collapse down. Still feel energy drawing up from the earth, and every part of your body is expanding. And on an inhale, you're going to come up to warrior two. Exhaling, backhand onto your thigh. Inhale, first reach up. So extend from one wrist to another. And if it feels good, you might lean back a little bit. If it doesn't feel good, keep reaching up. Relax your shoulders. Maybe let your hips come down. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Let's soften your knees. And so come to, take a step out and shake it if you need to. Or we're going to come to the warrior one legs. And I'm going to turn this way. But it's the same. Leg is forward and the back leg is back. Now, you might open your feet wider and you might lift the back heel. Whatever works for you. So, trying to find that evenness of the hips. You know, it's like if you were standing here in mountain pose, your hips would be square to the front, level from back to front, and level from left to right. So you're starting from here, and then you're opening your legs. And so what you want to move is, what you want to stretch is all of the muscles, all of the tendons and ligaments that are holding your legs into your hip sockets. But they're big muscles, and like if they're tight, they will take a time to loosen. So find a place that's comfortable, where you can feel the stretch, but it's comfortable. Avoid collapsing into your lower back. So do draw your tailbone down and engage the lower abdomen. Starting with the hands right down from the shoulders. Inhale. Lengthen your spine all the way to the top of your head. Exhale, reach down with the hips, down with the fingertips. And only use as much effort as you need. So don't make it a really hardcore move. Try and find a place that's comfortable. Use the energy that the earth underneath you generates. So if you drawing your feet towards each other, squeezing the ground underneath your feet, it will make it easier on your legs. Now we've got this nice straight body. We're going to inhale, rise the hands up. So again, whichever variation for your arms works better for your shoulders. Breathing here into warrior one. Feel the center line. If there was a plumb line going through the crown of your head, in front of your spine to the center of your heart and hips, would it be, are all those points aligned? Now, if you feel good here, if you need to take a break, you take a break. If you feel good, you bring the palms of your hands together and interlock the fingers, keeping the index and the thumbs up. Inhale, really reach up. And exhale, maybe reach back a little bit. Be mindful. Draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, all of the fingers together. Bring the hands down your heart. If you need to shake your legs out, do that. Or let's open the arms out to the other side. So you can change your stance and shuffle the back foot a little bit. You're going to come and feel like this is really nice on the of the right leg. And see if we bring the hands to the front and the back of the hips. Hold the hips with the hands. So try again to have those hips balanced from front to back and left to right. And then lengthening the spine away from the hips. Maybe sinking a little onto that front leg, maybe straightening the back leg a little more. Smiling and finding joy in the practice. And if it is challenging, just feel grateful that you're still doing it. And if you need a break, then be grateful that you're kind enough to yourself to take that break. Let's see if we can inhale, the arms open. And exhale, bring the back of your front hand over the outside of your front leg. Inhale, reach the top hand up. Maybe you're going to stay here, or maybe you're going to slide a little down, bringing the elbow towards the leg and swinging the front arm above. Try and find space in your body. If you're crunching, come out of it. Inhale, come back. And exhale, bring your feet down onto the ground. Move your legs back. Drop your knees down. Push your hips towards your heels. And take a child pose. So you keep your arms forward. Or bring your arms alongside your body with your palms facing up. And rest here. Notice your breath. Keep observing all the feelings in your body. See if you can smooth your breath and relax the muscles that have worked by taking a slower, deeper breath out. And then when you're inhaling, do absolutely nothing and just notice how your body inhales by itself. And exhale, slow down the breath. Really expel all of the tension. Let your body rest down into the ground. If this isn't comfortable on your knee, you could come a little forward, maybe bringing your elbows into the floor and lifting your hips up, whichever works for you. Now let's bring your hands back forward. And inhale, lift the head. Exhale, come back with your hands and knees. And keep your big toes together. Open your hips a little more. And so here, like if it doesn't work for you, you could just bring your hands back here and try and find a place. Your hips towards your heels, they might not go all the way. You're going to try and like round your lower back excuse me, a little bit so that you find that feeling. Maybe you're going to come back onto the forearms. And if it's comfortable, you can slowly push the hips all the way back. But if it's not comfortable, then find a place that is. So move your forearms back and forward. Relax your neck and your shoulders. If your hips are all the way down onto your hips, come back into the child pose. Letting your chest be heavy. Notice how with your legs open, you've got more space for the front of your body to expand. And inhaling, looking forward, pushing back onto your hands. Let's come to sitting, so cross your legs, push your hips back, or swing both feet to one side. And come to sit towards the front of your mat. Now, extend the legs in front of you. Only straighten them if that works for your body. If not, keep them bent. And whichever works. And bring the hands behind, underneath your shoulders. So you want to, they're not out to the side, they're underneath the shoulders. And they're both one hand behind your hips. Now you don't want to put too much pressure on your wrist. So you want to draw your elbows a little back. Your fingers are facing forward and your fingers are facing forward and your elbows are facing back. And as we inhale, we might widen the angle between the back and the arms. So the shoulders are drawing back, elbows are drawing back, and chest is drawing forward. Let your head be relaxed first. Again, if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. If you can extend your legs, extend your legs. Every inhale, lift your chest. Every exhale, soften, let the shoulders move back. If it's comfortable for your neck, you can also look all the way up and let your head hang back. Keeping your mouth closed and drawing back with the chin so you feel a good stretch into the front of the throat. Keep weight into your hands. As you exhale, you're going to start the movement with your eyes, so start looking down towards the line of your nose. Push into your hands and draw your chin back to your chest. Push into your sit bones and bring yourself back forward. Taking a breath in the center, knees as bent as you need to keep your back upright. You're going to bring the right leg in and find a place where you're sitting on your sit bones. Then you're going to come and lean back, and like if you want to face your fingers back, it's fine, whichever works best for your hands and your wrist. So just shuffle a little bit and find like how it feels in your wrists, in your hands, in your elbows, in your shoulders, and make it nice for yourself. Actually, sorry. Straighten the right leg and exhale, bring the left foot up and then cross your leg, so left ankle over the right knee. And just adjust the upper body position. And it could be that you're going to stay here And just breathe as you're letting the weight of the thigh come down so that the thigh relaxes towards the floor and the foot stays right over the back knee. Now this is really easy. You can bend the right leg and draw the thighs towards your chest. And maybe you're leaning back, but try to not collapse into your spine. So find your nice upper body. And slowly, with every breath, find how much of the stretch you want. So guidelines are nice straight spine, shoulders away from your ears, left foot is flexed, the weight is in the sit bone. As you inhale, you have space to expand your chest and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, you can just, relax. So if you can't relax, if you can't smile, if you can't breathe, just try and back off a little bit. Find a place where you feel it and it feels nice. And as you're breathing into it, you can make it more intense by drawing the right knee higher or bringing the hands closer to your chest. Be mindful of your breathing. And slowly you're going to exhale, slide the right leg open. And see if you can walk your hands forward. Just keep your left leg where it is. And find a place where you can sit upright. So if when you're sitting, your thigh is right up there, then that's as far as you go. If your thigh is out to the side, then maybe lean forward a little bit. And it's really about finding length in the spine and relaxing everything that's happening on the hip joints. So your hands are reaching to wherever they are. Like, you can have a little foot massage as you're doing this. Maybe you're just leaning slightly on the thigh bone so that you encourage it to move further down. But you're not putting force into it. As you inhale, feel like your heart lifting and coming back to center. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest and extend it back down onto the mat. Now bringing the right knee up, connecting back with the sit bones, the straight spine, bringing the hands back behind us. Let's open the right knee out and bring the ankle behind the left knee. And maybe you're staying here. Maybe you're just going to play with how straight can you get your spine here and how relaxed can you be. Just think about inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, both concentrating the energy back into your core and relaxing all the outer layers of your body. But if you do have space, then you can lean back a little and draw the left foot closer to you. And do this gradually. Inhale, expand. Exhale, maybe bring it a little forward. Not both legs are going to be the same. See what feels right for your hands. Notice if the weight is balanced between both hips. Notice if there's any tension in your neck and shoulders or even in your face that you can relax, even on the soles of your feet. So wherever your body wants to go. Do some circle with the left ankle, just making sure that there isn't a lot of pressure into the knee. And then exhale. Slowly come back. So straightening the left leg as much as it goes and bringing the upper body back to upright. If this isn't happening, you can also have your foot on the inside of your leg, whichever works. And maybe you're just working to sit upright. Maybe you can bring your hands onto your foot and your thigh and just gently encourage your thigh to come down as your upper body comes and leans forward with a straight spine. So inhaling, lifting the heart, bringing the chest more forward, finding length along the spine, and exhaling, softening into the hips. And focusing on softening the back side of the hips on both sides, because they're the ones that are holding you up. Like sometimes we feel a lot of tension in the front of the hips because they've got to work really hard to pull us forward because this part is really tight. So if you try and, rather than try and relax the front of the hips, try and relax the back of the hips. And then the front of the hips doesn't have to work so hard. So wherever you are, reaching towards the foot, relaxing the neck. Make sure there's enough length in the back of your neck. So if your head is forward like this, it's going to end up feel like a little pressure into the back of the neck. Draw your chin in to the top of your head or the top, top of your spine, away from the front, like the bottom of your neck. And then inhale, lift your spine up. And exhale, release the pose. Now you can grab some socks and some jumpers because we're going to do just a nice little sitting twist and lie down for relaxation. So it's important, even if you don't feel chilly now, that like when we're going to lie down, that you don't get cold at that stage. So get organized. And let's come onto our backs. So maybe need to make sure that your head can rest flat onto the ground. And we're going to do the twist a little differently today. So we're going to extend the right leg. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll onto the right side. So my right leg is straight. I'm going to just really find a comfortable position here. So my left knee, like I'm all the way across. And if this doesn't work for you, then like keep the legs quite close together. Like they don't have, like the knee can be as far back as you want it, really. So find that place where you're on your right side and it's so comfortable you could consider going to sleep. You can use your right arm as a pillow. And here start breathing into the left side of your body. So from the baby toe of your body, of your left foot, along the outside of the ankle, the thigh, and the hip. Really relax your abdomen. And notice the expansion of the breath in the left side of the body, so the left half of the body, feeling the half of the front and the half of the back. And then maybe you're just going to stay there, but maybe you're going to bring your right arm across from your shoulders. Like maybe you want to, sometimes the outside of that thigh is really stiff, so you could use your knuckles or your fingertips to soften the fascia on the outside of your thighs, or just rest the hand on your knee, or just let the arm open with the palm facing up. And then as you inhale, you're going to really find space along your spine. And then as you exhale, slowly turn your head on the top of the chest towards the ceiling. And keep your left hand onto your left ribs or the left side of your waist, the left side of your hips, wherever it feels like it's more relaxed. And then as you're breathing, maybe you're going to feel like opening more onto the left side. Maybe you're going to feel like you can relax the left hand on the floor behind your back. Or slowly swing it open. You do want to be able to rest the body on the ground. Maybe turning the head all the way to the left. And feel free to, sometimes you need to lift the head of the back, the arm or something, just to kind of make sure that there's enough space in the joint and that it feels comfortable. And you're breathing into the top of your left shoulder. All the way down your left arm. The left side of your face completely relaxed. And the left side of your neck and throat. And if you really relax your tongue, you might find it's lying against the teeth on the left side of your mouth. Your jaws are soft. And on an exhale, you're going to very slowly turn the head back to center, bring the left arm back over your side, and turn all your body onto the right hand side. Maybe bring the knee closer to your chest, roll back onto your back, adjust yourself so that you're back onto your mat. And we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So first, use your left arm as a pillow. Take that fetal position and then see if it feels good to extend the left leg. And move the right leg as far away or not so far as it feels good. Again, shuffling to make sure that you're comfortable. Don't feel like you're stuck in this pose. This is where you're looking after yourself. And then letting the left arm either extend across on the shoulder or massaging the right thigh, whatever works really. And slowly turning the head a little more towards the ceiling. Breathing into the right leg, baby toe, outside of the knee, outside of the thigh and hip. Right side of your upper body at the front and back. Right hand is on your ribs or on your waist, feeling the breath moving in and out. And if you like, then you might let the right hand fall behind you. Maybe turning the head a little more. Maybe turning it all the way with the arm open, maybe not. This is your practice. Wherever you are, when we're in a twist, you can imagine you're wringing out tensions from your body. So they could be very physical tensions, like stiffness in your hips or in your shoulders. But it could be also feelings of anxiety or anger or, anything that like feels stuck inside you and keeps coming back and you don't want it, but you just can't get rid of it. So here, really soften the middle of your upper body, that part between your hips and your ribs. You breathe in deeply, see how far the breath goes. And as you exhale, soften even more and feel how the twist becomes deeper, and that's how you get rid of all those emotional tensions. Any stress, bring it out of you. It is all the way into the right side of your face. Let the eyes rest in the sockets. Feel their weight moving to the right, weight of the tongue, even the weight of your brain inside your skull. And on an exhale, you're going to slowly bring your right hand back towards your body and turn your head to the center and then to the left. Bring your knees closer to your chest. Throw your right knee in. Use your hand to open it up towards the ceiling. Roll back onto your back. Take a space back into your mat. Open your legs wide. Open your arms a little distance away from your body. Make sure your head is comfortable. Maybe you need to lift the shoulders or the hips or, shuffle Just take a few breaths to make yourself comfortable until you find a position when you can remain utterly still. Feel the breath softening. Release the control you have on your breath. Let it be quiet and watch the rhythm. See if you can soften the inside of your nose to let your breath be as quiet as possible, silent. It's going to really relax the inside of the nostrils, the cheekbones, relax the forehead and the temples. Imagine the breath coming up from the nostrils towards the direction of your sinus, behind the center of your eyebrows into your third eye. Imagine your body is permeable on the inside. So the energy of the breath, it's not just oxygen, it's energy. It can move through the different layers of your body. Move through the bones, move through the brain matters, the flesh, the blood vessels. It just comes all the way to the layers of your skin. It's a little tingle. So you feel the breath moving in up into your nose, reaching your third eye, circulating around your skull, massaging the inner ears, the back of your throat, pushing to the bones of your skulls, softening the skin of your scalp. And the pores where your hair is attached. Moving down your neck. So initially it moves down your trachea, center of your throat, but it goes through the layers. Moves in and around vertebrae of your neck, muscles of the throat and the neck. And where it reaches the back of the neck, the bottom, it moves three ways. Into the top of your shoulders, around the attachments of the arms, to the bones and the muscles of your arms, down to your elbows, your forearms and your hands. Feel that flow of energy. Notice the tingle in the palms of your hands. Notice the exchange between your body and the earth, your body and the air around you. The breath moving into your lungs. The movement of the lungs like a pulse, Every inhale, imagine the energy going through the layers, through the muscles of your chest, around the ribs, across the sides of your body into your armpits, down the back of your body, soothing all the muscles in your upper back, moving in front and behind the shoulder blades, gently massaging the muscles around your spine. That is the movement of your diaphragm. It's attached to the front of your ribs, well, to the inside of the front ribs and to the spine behind towards where your lower ribs are. It's got a parachute shape. As you inhale, it's inflating, pushing your guts and your digestive organs down towards your hips. As you exhale, it's relaxing. Feel the movement in the midsection of your body. Let the energy soothe everything. Wonder at the magic that your body does at this very time. Circulating blood, digesting food, creating new cells, recycling old ones. Feel a deep love for the inside of your upper body. And let the energy, flow of the breath, move down to the next layer of muscle in your hips. That is the pelvic floor. And the movement to your lower back, lower abdomen. And your breath gives you a gentle massage. And let it move through the bones of your hips, through the muscles of your buttocks, to the attachment of your legs. Down your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles and your feet. Remain here in that stillness. And feel that energy that comes from your breath and from all the creative fire inside your body. And let you bring it where you need it most. And slowly bring your awareness back into the room. Take a deeper breath. Bring some movement in your body. Bring your legs together. Put your hands over your head. Take a deep inhale and stretch. Exhale. Bring your knees to your chest. Roll onto your lower back. That feels good. And then you might roll onto your side and take a few more moments. Or tuck your chin to your chest and hold underneath your knees. Come back to sitting. Oh wow, it's this time already. Sorry, I got carried away. It's just the sun is shining on my mat. It's like when we're on the hole in the morning, you know, we did it again. The sun is out. Oh, thank you so much. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feel all the energy that we've created. The fact that you've looked after yourself and hopefully now you're overflowing with positive energy. Let's bring it to the palms of your hands. Rub it. Bring it to your face, your shoulders, your beautiful hearts, your hips, knees, and toes. Back to your heart. Namaste. And share it. Thank you. Oh. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. God, I'm all emotional. Have a beautiful day.